All right.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Daryl.
Daryl.
Hey Dale, how are you?
Hey, Daryl, do you see my email about the or the text about all the other stuff?
Did
Okay.
have it. Got some of PDFs that'll go well.
Talking very quietly in the background.
John.
Hi, Rob.
Hello, hello.
Hey Joe.
Hey, Joe's here.
I made it.
Spencer,
Yes.
You folks will
Are you
excuse
gonna-
me, I have
are you going to
I'll be
open
right
the
back.
PowerPoint
Yes.
slides when
Yep.
the Lockwood report?
Yep. In
Okay,
fact,
great.
let me just do it right now.
Joe, it's good to see you. We missed
It
you
was
at
the test.
the Dark Sky Night.
This is the test. How does that work?
Alicia, how does what work?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, I'll be doing
Oh,
that.
like when the PowerPoint slides are and we're talking, does it like switch to us talking or does it just keep on showing the PowerPoint slides?
At some point, somebody has the ability to just make the full screen be what they want it to be. But
Okay.
as long as there's nothing rant going on and it's just a bunch of us on the screen, it's set up, depending on your settings, it will show everybody or just the person talking. Now, so Spencer just
Yeah,
hit
there we
the
go.
screen control button and now we're off on the right and his presentation is in the middle.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
On mine, I can expand that if instead of just a single, you can well, mine shows 4 people and I can scroll around.
Correct.
So
that's what I've got.
Yeah. Okay.
On the right hand side with the main presentation in the rest of the screen.
Alicia, do you see at the bottom of your screen, there's a share screen button, a green right in the middle?
Move your mouse.
I see on the top upper right, there says share content.
Yeah. Alicia, you and I are using the same one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you've got a PowerPoint on your machine that you want to share with the group, you'd have to click on the share screen.
No, it's okay. We can use Spencer's. I'm good. I've adapted. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all covered. I'm like the Borg. I have been assimilated.
God, and I thought I was a geek.
You are.
Oh, I've been
Well,
binge watching all of Star Trek from the very beginning. Of course, I saw the original TOS when it was on air, and I discovered that I had only missed 1 episode out of the 3 years and everything.
What?
But now I'm up to I got through the end of Discovery at the 2nd year. Of course, they've started the new season.
Have you seen the Picard one?
Yes.
Is it good?
I haven't. Was it good?
I liked it. I liked it very much.
Okay.
So to see that, we have to buy the CBS thing, right?
Yes.
CBS Access? Yeah.
CBS All Access, I think, is the name
So
of
you're
it. And
saying getting CBS All Access is worth it to get Picard?
Well, it's not only that, but they also have a lot of other, they have all their programming and available. And but yeah, there's, at least for me, if
the reason I asked is because I haven't seen it yet because I don't want another service. And I mean, it's like,
okay.
Yeah, but at the
understand.
same time, Picard is a big draw.
Yes. Well, actually, I discovered when Discoveries first started, I think I watched a couple of episodes and I went, it looks too modern compared to TOS. Why does it look this way? And well, I got over it. It is what it is, and even the Enterprise 1701 is updated, and I live with it.
What do you think of The Mandalorian?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Oh,
right.
The Baby Yoda show.
I was trying to hold back from saying that. I really was.
No, and I would never have said the Baby Yoda show just because. However, the show is brilliant. Kevin, have you seen Mandalorian?
No, not yet. I'm
See,
trying to
so
just
you're on
focus
CBS.
in on, yeah. Well, actually, I have access to Netflix and, of course, YouTube. What is some of the other things that we?
Hulu.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Too many.
Yeah, too many things, and I'm just trying to just watch, kind of like try to stick to one thing at a time if I can.
So cute.
So Joe wins. Joe just won this round because he's got the cute puppy on the screen.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Get in here. Oh, there's not enough light. Never mind.
All the bars are coming out.
Well, it was his idea to get up here in the first place. Oh, here he goes.
Tim showed up.
Alicia, I put the the Neowise
kidding.
comet from my telescope behind me now instead.
Wait, what is that?
David.
Oh, Neowise.
Yeah, that's from my scope, my EV scope.
No way. I was wondering about that. I was like, what is this background? I love
Yeah,
it.
let's.
Is that a 12-inch or?
4-inch.
No, that's the electronic one.
Yeah,
David, what's the thing
Oh,
called again? I
yeah.
forget.
the EV scope, Unistellar. I'm not trying to sell or anything. I know, but Phil's getting a new scope. I'm surprised.
What?
Talked about it. You guys might want to check it out because the wave of the future is coming, and it's just starting, folks. I think.
Yeah,
The
David.
Unistellar, yeah, yes.
I ran the image that I had captured onto my cell phone last night. I ran it through GIMP to increase color and contrast and all that. Very, very simple, and some noise reduction. And there's quite a lot in there.
Yeah,
Actually, a lot more than what you see, with 8 minutes.
Right.
Um,
You guys might want to check out there's a unit what's it called? Stellina. You know about the Stellina, I'm sure you've heard of that. Well,
No, I haven't. What's Selena?
well, it's a new telescope. It's all digital, but it's another. They're making a new Kickstarter program right now that Phil is already a backer of, and it's for like $1,300 or $1,400 telescope. It's 10 inches or 14 inches high. It weighs less than 10 pounds. It has no eyepiece, but it will capture images better than my EV scope in color.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a little robot. It's got everything. It does everything. It just goes directly to your pad or your iPhone or your phone. Check out the Vespara, Vespara. And I may end up buying one because Phil got one, so I'm going to have to get it. But they'll be out next. They're already done, and they're already in the beta testing, and they're going to be out next year in December. They're shipping them out. So
Oh wow.
David,
yes,
quick question. You said it doesn't have an eyepiece. Well, yours doesn't have an eyepiece either, does it?
mine has an eyepiece. Yes, definitely. Yes.
Wait, so hold on. I'm confused because I've had a couple of you guys back when we were still at Griffith Park, and I was set
Right.
up. I had two of you next to me. You might have been one of them. I'm that guy with that
Right, me and
crazy
Phil.
electronic setup. But
Okay.
whatever.
You have a wonderful setup. Love your setup.
Yeah, well, I have the computer on the scope with the flat panel on front of it, and everything is run through
Right.
the computer. And
Right.
you guys, there were two of you next to me with these EV scopes.
Yes, and yes, they
I-
have the eyepieces. They do have
I
eyepieces.
didn't think you had eyepieces. So, okay, so now they've changed it. So how
No,
did the
no,
one
the new-
earlier
the
one you were
different
showing me
company.
with the eyepiece
No.
record anything?
Is that really an eyepiece or is it just a?
no, it's just a display.
Just a display that you're looking
It's
through.
an
Ah.
OLED, it's
Yes,
an
that's it.
OLED screen. It's an OLED in the telescope,
Yeah.
in the eyepiece with a diopter. And but this new one, which I haven't purchased yet, it's a totally different company, the Vionis company, made in France. If you look at the pictures that they have of the Western Veil, for example, you'll see all the colors and you'll actually see the veil. It's pretty amazing on that little $1,400 telescope. It does a better job than my EV scope will. That's for sure. It has a wider field as well.
A rectangular scope or something, right? It's all white.
It looks like a little robot. It looks like a tiny little robot. It's about the size of an arm. It's about the size of an arm. That's it. And it weighs.
Oh, the scope,
say,
the
like,
scope
weighs-
is very
weighs-
interesting looking. I always had such a hard time believing it was going to be able to do the job, but I see the pictures that you guys get from it. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed myself because I had no clue. I got all this information, everything I know. I'm actually getting from Phil Taylor because he's the one. He's like my mentor with this stuff. So.
Spencer,
Yeah,
do you
I'm
need
at-
us to shut up? I just saw your
Well,
screen come up.
So I'm waiting for Curtis to bang the gavel down to start the meeting.
There we go. All right, Curtis.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Curtis.
Bow to the president.
By the way, my PhD too started just yelling at me that we lost the guide scar. So I think I might have fog coming in. So if I disappear for a minute, I'm still listening to you.
Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and start the October meeting, general meeting for LA Astronomical Society. Do I need to beat the table? I just beat the table, and the meeting will come to order. Of course, as you know, we are definitely using Zoom for our general meetings. And tonight's general meeting, we will be primarily looking at the new website launch from Daryl Dooley. And of course, we're going to be trying to do some other activities. Hopefully, we will be able to have door prizes. I know everybody's been waiting for the door prizes. So hopefully, we will be okay on the general meeting tonight. Now, the thing is, what we're doing is we will be using the Zoom until we are able to get Griffith Park open again so we can use the facilities at Griffith Park. I know everybody is anxiously waiting, would love to go to Griffith Park and have the public star parties, but we're kind of locked out right now. So we're kind of not able to do that right now. We also don't have Mount Wilson. We don't have Griffith Park, Garvey Ranch either. So, but anyway, let's go on to the meeting. Spencer, how many do we have online right now? How big is the audience?
We have 36 online right now.
That's not too bad. I mean, considering we're doing online meetings and everything like that, it's not bad for 36. And let me know if we get how many more we may get by the end of the meeting. Basically, what we're going to do is the amazing thing about this particular year is during this COVID-19 shutdown, we do seem to be getting more members, and that's the amazing thing about it. And I don't know if we have any new members on the Zoom line right now. If there are, just kind of give a little shout out that you're a new member. That's all we can do right now because I can't see everybody raising their hands. So any new members that may be on our Zoom here tonight, shout out and say you're a new member. See how many we have.
I'm a new member.
We have one at least. Who's the new member?
Doug Thomas.
Doug Thomas. Okay.
Hi, Doug, how you doing?
Welcome.
Good, thanks.
Lou's here. You're muted, Lou.
I don't know how to unmute.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not muted. You're good.
Hi, Chris.
We can hear you, Lou.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, everything seems to be okay. So we do have a few new members. Amazing thing is during the shutdown, we have gotten more members to the club, and that's absolutely amazing. Well, first thing we want to do, of course, this meeting is being recorded on YouTube. And of course, we will have the chat feature for any questions or comments after the meeting, at the end of the meeting, before we adjourn the meeting. I'm going to turn this over to Alicia. Then I will give after Alicia, because she's going to talk about the door prizes, because everybody's will need to register for the door prizes. I don't even know how to do that, but she will go through how we have to register for the door prizes. And then afterwards, I will give an update on what the board has been doing this year during the shutdown. Then we're going to have a committee report from John O'Brien and Kevin. Then Spencer will talk about the nominations for next year. then we'll talk about, of course, our new website launching. Daryl Dooley will be, he's been actively doing that with Alicia and Jason, I forget his last name. But we've been doing a lot of activities, even though we're shut down, we're still trying to get things done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Alicia at this time so she can discuss the door prizes so we can all get into the mad rush for the door prizes. Alicia?
Thank you, Curtis, for that intro. Okay, so first,
We're losing you.
Alicia sounds like
Oh,
she's going
dear.
into a black hole.
Alicia's internet is abandoning
we're
us.
bringing back door prizes.
If you shut down the camera, you might get a little more bandwidth.
Alicia, you might want to turn off your video for a minute and just go with audio.
Excited about that.
No, her internet is not holding up.
You can't
We
hear
might
me?
need to barely. Try it again.
Better, Alicia.
Hold on, I'm gonna try something.
No, this worked. No,
Good
you're
now.
good now.
What?
Don't
It's
turn your
working
video
now?
on, but now you can talk.
It works?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So we're bringing back door prizes for general meetings. Woo! And we have a total of 4 door prizes we are giving away. The first 2 are Amazon gift cards for $25. They are used for any purchase that you want on Amazon. Also, speaking about Amazon, they also have a charity program called Amazon Smiles. So if you want to support Los Angeles Astronomical Society, then you can go onto your Amazon account online or in the app and sign up for it for free and select the Los Angeles Astronomical Society as the organization that you want a portion of that cost for what you purchased to be given to. This donation will help to go to raising funds for things like maintaining Lockwood and Ford Observatory and future outreach programs we hold in the coming years or months. Also, in celebration of the launch of our new LAAS website, we're giving away 2 website prizes. Each winner can select 1 item from the website and have it sent to them wherever they want it sent. They have up to $100 that they can use on that. And also, I encourage everyone to go check out the website store after Daryl shows the demo. There's a lot of things like clothing, mugs, a backpack, a tote, etc. It's really cool, and I'm really excited about it. We've put a lot of hard work into it, and you'll see, in the coming minutes. So how do you get a chance to win one of these fantastic door prizes? So what you're going to do is go to the chat window, and you're going to select the link posted by Spencer to submit your name and email address, where we can contact you if you win. You'll have until the end of the website demo to enter your information. And then at the end of the website demo and the Q&A, we will select the 4 door prize winners and contact them after the meeting. Are there any questions?
Oh, hold craps loads. What are we putting in? What are we paying to purchase a raffle ticket?
The only thing you need to do is insert your name and your email address.
So why are we having a raffle where LAAS doesn't get something else from us to be in it?
Well, it's a door prize.
Okay, just checking.
It's a freebie.
All right.
They're freebies.
Okay.
That's the whole point. It's to
Right.
celebrate Amazon and also
Got it. Cool.
the fact that we launched our website.
You've already paid with your membership dues.
Yeah,
For-
pretty much.
Got it.
There
Okay.
you go.
For some Zoom users, you have to go to the upper right-hand corner, and the pull-down menu says More. You'll be able to find the link to get to the chat window.
So I just clicked on it. It worked like a charm. It took 2 seconds to type in my name and my email, and that's all it takes. So I'm registered for the door prizes.
So Curtis, don't put your name and email in the chat. Go ahead and click on the link and put it in on the form that shows up.
Yeah, link's not coming up.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out which one is the link. No, it might be our Haverson to everyone.
We did.
Here, I'm
It's form site. It's the form site.
Yeah, no, sorry. I posted a link earlier in the chat about the robot telescope.
Ah,
I
okay.
That's where
company
people are
that-
getting confused.
Got it.
I just reposted the link for the raffle.
Yeah, you got
But
it.
if you buy one of those and donate it to LAAS, then you will get the $25 gift card from Amazon.
Tell that to Phil, he's getting his next year.
Okay. All right, everybody got the link and registered?
I think so.
Okay.
I'll have it done in a minute.
Well, the drawing is at the end, so everyone has
Right.
time.
Yeah, you have until after Daryl is done with the website demo.
Alicia, do you want to try turning your video back on, or are you nervous about your internet? Your audio is working perfect.
I'm so afraid right now. I might try. I turned the fan off. Let's see if it works. Let's see.
You're back and
Okay,
you're
is
not
it still
bringing up.
working?
Ah, there you go. See, it's working.
Working fine, Alicia. It's great.
Perfect.
Cool. All right. Cool.
There you are.
Sorry about that technical
No,
difficulty.
no worries.
COVID.
Okay.
That wasn't COVID. That was just horrible internet.
I know about that one. I have to go over to a friend's house to be able to get a high-speed internet. Okay, Alicia, are you done?
Yes, I am done.
Okay, so let's go on to the next item on the agenda. I'm going to go ahead and update the club, at least the members that are on the Zoom meeting right now. What's that?
Somebody's got feedback.
I'm hearing something.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop this. If you all mute,
Mute everybody.
mutes except the speaker. If everybody mutes except the speaker, that shouldn't happen.
Right.
That was me. I rejoined the group because I'm losing half the screen. I'm back to the original email from the communications coordinator to get onto the Zoom meeting. So I what do you call it, went through it all and now we got this double, whatever signal.
Okay, so are we okay to go on?
Okay.
I think so.
One quick comment, Mike. Go ahead and register on the forum. You registered directly in the chat. So I'm just reposting the link for everybody to go ahead and register. Sorry, go ahead, Curtis.
Okay, sounds good. Just wanted to let the general membership know what the board has been doing throughout this year of shutdowns with the COVID-19 and everything like that. I will also follow up with an email to the general membership just so the general membership has an idea of what we are doing at the board. We're just not standing around doing nothing, as you'll see tonight when you see Daryl Dooley's website report later on in the meeting. Well, so far this year, since we've had we had 2 general meetings and we had 2 board meetings, February and March board meeting and February and March general meetings before we got the COVID-19 shutdown. And basically we have been running the board meetings via the Zoom, and I had problems like Alicia, not very good internet hookup myself. I'm over at a friend's house so I can do the Zoom over here. And so we've been doing the board meetings via the Zoom. So during our board meetings, of course, we bring the board meeting to order, and then first thing we do is we go over the agenda for the board for that night. And of course, the board of directors must go through some legal things that we must do every month. Number one, we have to Make sure that the secretary's report is taken care of. We have to approve new members. We have to approve your secretary's report. We also have to prove. We also have to look every month. John O'Brien must submit the secretary's report. We have to make sure all of the finances are taken care of, all our bills are paid, and if there's any other expenditures that the club needs to obligate to, we definitely have to make sure that the club gets, that the board obligates any additional money that has not been approved from last year. So basically, we have to go through the secretary's report and the treasurer's report. And I want to thank also, unfortunately, I don't think he's here at this time. The minutes of the meetings have been provided by, I got a light problem over here. Let me turn that thing off. Everybody can still see me. Okay. Every month, we have been getting the meetings, both the board meetings, and I think he's also keeping the meetings, the minutes for the general meetings also. Unfortunately, he's not here right now. That is Greg Thompson. He's been doing an excellent job for doing the minutes of the board meeting. And I think he's doing also recording minutes of the general meeting. And of course, all of the meetings, the general meetings and the board meetings have all been recorded. And anybody wants to review the board meeting, review the general meeting, Spencer will provide the link to do that. Okay, now I'll go on to the other basic committees. I have had throughout this year, I have had 2 resignations on the board. I don't know if any of you people know about it. I don't know if I should reveal who they are, but we had 2 resignations. I appointed one to fill one of the vacancies on the board because of the Lockwood Committee, that John O'Brien was not going to be able to run the Lockwood Committee. So I appointed Kevin Gilchrist for the Lockwood Committee chairman. And of course, John O'Brien is still assisting Kevin in the Lockwood Valley Committee. And you will see some of the results of the Lockwood Committee has done this year. Another committee chairman I would like to congratulate, would like to thank for helping us out, and that is the Merchandising Committee. Under the committee chairman is Joe Phipps. As you're going to be able to see when we see the website, you're going to see some of the new merchandise that the board has been working on to make offer to the club. In the past, everybody has ordered t-shirts and ordered jackets and ordered hats. And you may sometimes get lucky, maybe 6 months later, you'll get your t-shirt, because we always had to wait for a large enough order to be able to order them. But now we've got it. I think it's order on demand, and Daryl will go through that when we get to the website. Of course, the Scouting Committee, I have to give many praises to Greg Thompson. Throughout this summer, with the close down, he has conducted 3 of the Boy Scouts merit badge classes. He's done them online. I think we've had some assistance from some of the members out of Lockwood Valley, and he has done an absolutely spectacular job of continuing on the Scouting Committee, the Scouting program for this year, which is, I have to give him high praises for the Scouting Committee. Ford Observatory, Joe Phipps and myself, we've been trying to keep Ford Observatory open as much as we can, especially on the favorable moon cycles. We were fairly successful for the first 2 or 3 months, and lo and behold, the last month and a half, we have been basically shut down because of the fires. So we've been, the Ford Observatory is, we don't want to open the observatory. We don't want to have the meetings. I mean, we don't want to open that mirror when there's potential smoke in the air. So that's why we kept the Ford Observatory minimized. We minimized the operations at Ford, especially during the fire. During the summer, we had some fairly decent activities up there, but in general, it's been operational, And we wanted to do some things also this year, and we were not able to get to it because of the shutdown. We wanted to mount that 6-inch f12 refractor onto the Ford telescope up there for imaging. And some of you remember seeing in the, I think it was the June bulletin, we had the article I wrote up on Ford Observatory. You can see the quality of the imaging we did at Ford Observatory. It was quite good. Now, one other comment, of course, we got our website committee, door prizes. Tim Thompson has been keeping us up to date on the status of Mount Wilson Observatory, of Garvey Ranch, and Griffith Park. And I'm not sure exactly how long they're going to keep it closed. We don't suspect we're going to have any operations. We're going to have that available until next year sometime. So we're kind of shut out of those at this particular time. So it looks like we're going to be doing Zoom meetings for a while. I just want to let the memberships know this Zoom meeting is kind of a special case scenario. I would rather not have to have all of our meetings via Zoom. I would like to have our meetings back at the Griffith Park Observatory so we can all have a good time over there and have face-to-face meetings. One thing that I think was a kind of an offshoot of having to do these meetings via the Zoom, one of the things that I wanted to do when I became president, I wanted to try to see if we could have some of our speakers up here at Griffith Park via Skype or Zoom, so we could have speakers that were not necessarily in the Los Angeles area. And it looks like we could probably have a very high probability of doing that next year. So I think that is a positive thing that we've had with what's happened. At least I think we'll be able to set that up relatively easy, and we can get some speakers from, let's say, from other places around the country. They don't have to commute to get over here to make a talk over here. And even speakers in Los Angeles will not have to come to Griffith Park. They can, if they have a link, we can go ahead and have them on the link. I think we're going to be setting it up for next year, so there's not much we can do. But hang in there, guys. I think we're hang in there, everybody. I think we're going to be able to get our face-to-face meetings back and our public star parties, what we all enjoy. And I think everybody out there enjoys enjoys the public events, because I don't know about some of the members, but every time when I have my telescope out at Griffith Park and I have a lady that may be 90 years old, she stumbles up, she crawls up to the eyepiece and we hold her on the ladder and she looks through the eyepiece and sees the moon for the first time. And first time she's ever looked through her telescope. It kind of gives you a good feeling. Then you see a little kid, when their face lights up when they see something in the telescope for the first time. It's amazing that kind of camaraderie, I can't say that word, but you know what I'm talking about. That kind of thing is why we are here at the LAAS. I think a lot of members enjoy that activity. But we do have some things that we need to do at the board. I'm going to give accommodation to the board of directors. We have a fantastic board of directors for this year. So Spencer is going to be talking about the nominations for next year's officers and board. So I think I'm going to follow this up with an email, probably a little bit more organized and structured, but I just wanted to give the general membership an idea of what we've been doing at the board of directors. So I will go ahead now. I think if there's any questions, put them in the chat and we'll go ahead and answer them afterwards. But I think I'll go ahead and turn this back over to Spencer, and then we'll do the Lockwood committee report, because we've had a lot of activities at Lockwood Valley that are pretty good. Thank you, John. So I'll turn it back over to Spencer and John O'Brien.
Okay, so John, you're up.
Okay, we're getting some feedback, so I would appreciate it if everybody would click the mute button on their screen so that we don't have any feedback. Spencer's put together the slides for me tonight. So what he's showing here is our construction progress on the handicap access ramp for the restroom. Can everybody see the screen okay, I presume? So this was over a period of 2 Saturdays. The first Saturday we got the basic framework in, and then Al Alicia put down the decking on top of that, and then the second weekend we got the handrails framed. The dirt up there is so dry and so hard. The hardest part of this project was digging the holes for the supports for the ramp, as you can see from the next picture here. We picked the wrong time to do this. In the fall, the ground's been drying out now for 6 months, and so it was hard as concrete. Since then, we also ran a string of lights along one side of the ramp that we're gonna, they're kind of bright, so we're probably gonna put a dimmer switch on those to tone them down a little bit. I'm also gonna try some red ones instead of the yellow ones to see if that works better. The other thing we accomplished was we've got the new concrete pad.
Sorry.
The truck trailer, the Explore Scientific trailer. I assume everybody is aware that we purchased this last year from Astronomers Without Borders. It's a 48-foot semi-trailer that's finished on the inside with carpet and wall coverings. Got a lot of nice posters up. It's air conditioned and lighted, and we're going to be using that as both a meeting room and as a computer room and as a dormitory or a bunkhouse. Unfortunately, it was we didn't have any time to actually put any kind of a base under it when we hauled it up there, so it's been sinking into the mud. And so we've got it, the front end of it jacked up and leveled and stabilized. And now we're going to put some jack stands under the back end the next time we get up there. To be usable, it's got a big double door on the side facing west. Unfortunately, that would let out some light if that door is open during a dark sky night. And so there's also 2 doors on the east side of the trailer. And so we're going to open those up to be the actual access points for the trailer instead of the big double door on the west side that would create some light pollution when we're trying to observe. So anyway, that's going to be the subject of future work days at the Lockwood Committee, and I'll put a plug in now for the Lockwood Committee meeting, which will be this coming Wednesday at 8 o'clock via Zoom. We're going to have the next Lockwood Committee meeting to prioritize and schedule the next work activities up at Lockwood. So anybody is welcome to join that. You don't have to be a STAR member or a committee member to log into the Zoom meeting on Wednesday. That's this Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Spencer will be hosting that, and as the Zoom administrator, and I assume he'll post that link again.
Yeah, I'll post it. I'll post the link in the chat just in just a few minutes.
Some of the other things we got done, we all the concrete pads have been treated again with Thompson's Water Seal, or equivalent different brand, but equivalent of Thompson's Water Seal. So that's 2 years now that we've gotten some sealer on the concrete. Our new Dobsonian pad, as well as all the individual pads that have intact surfaces. If the pads have spalling on the surfaces, we didn't attempt to do anything with that. But all the pads that have fairly intact surfaces got another coating of Thompson Water Seal. We also had a young lady the daughter of one of our members, was looking for some public service hours. And so she came up and helped she re-stenciled all the numbers on all the pads. So all the pads had their numbers re-stenciled. The trailer, the old trailer, crew built some, we've got a back door from the trailer that hasn't been usable. We wanted to use that for an emergency exit. We've been very conscious of fire risk up there. And so the last workday, some of the guys built some steps to that back door. So now we have a back door emergency exit from the trailer. So once we get back to when we can use the trailer for a warming trailer or a bunkhouse, so we've got 2 exits now from the trailer. One of the future improvements for that is going to be smoke detectors. We have fire alarms in the trailer that are heat activated, and we're going to be adding smoke detectors to that as well. Smoke detectors, most smoke detectors don't work up there because they don't work when the temperature drops below 40 degrees. And as you know, it can get quite a bit colder than that up at Lockwood. But what we found is that if we hardwire the smoke detectors instead of the typical battery operated ones, we can get around that 40-degree problem. And so that's the next safety improvement for the trailer. That's, I just want to thank all the members who helped with the committee, helped with the planning, helped with all the labor this year. Thank you very much, guys. And we'll see you next Wednesday for the committee meeting.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah, Jack here out in Colorado. On the smoke detectors, do you also have carbon monoxide detectors?
Oh, really?
I don't think so, not at the
No.
moment. Again, the CO detectors don't function below 40 degrees. And it's really, it's the batteries that become unreliable at below 40 degrees, that's the problem. And we will be looking into hardwiring those detectors. I don't know if we found a hardwired.
One thing to throw out there on CO detectors. I mean, we are talking about a situation where nobody is in this trailer longer than, I don't know. I can't imagine being in it sleeping for more than 4 or 5 hours, because we go up there with our telescopes and we're awake, and then we're like, okay, I'm tired. I'm going to go sleep for a few hours, and then we're up. Carbon monoxide is the last thing in the world we would have as an issue. The only thing we really care about is fire. You're asleep and something goes horribly wrong and there's a fire. But I can't imagine that we have to suddenly add carbon monoxide to the list of things to deal with in the trailer. Or am I just being way too cavalier? Throwing that out.
Well, we don't have any source of combustion in there.
John, I think you made a mistake on. You said next week. It's this coming Wednesday, I believe, is your board meeting for
this Wednesday. Yes,
2 days from now.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you.
Okay, Kevin, I'm having trouble.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there. I mean, I just thought carbon monoxide was like the least of our concerns right now.
Right.
So I'm sorry, Kevin, can you go ahead and repost that link for the Lockwood? I can't get to it on my other computer. I'm sorry, yeah, for the committee meeting. Just post in the chat when you get a chance.
I'll work on that.
Okay, great, thanks. All right.
Hey, Kevin,
Okay.
could we impose on you to give us a quick wrap up of the Dark Sky Night this last weekend?
Why don't I do that?
All right.
Okay, well, Dark Sky Night, it really wasn't too awfully horrible, at least early in the evening. We did have a little bit of smoke, and there were questions about the contrary reports as found on astrospheric.com and also the clear.sky.com. One said smoke, the other one said didn't. Well, it turned out the astrospheric wasn't quite right. So there was a little bit of smoke, and then by about 10:30, I noticed we had some thin high clouds coming through, and so for me it wasn't the best of evening. I did not set up for imaging at all. I just stuck to visual, and for me the planets were a little bit blobby. So at that point, I just didn't worry about the telescope anymore, and I went around and talked to a few people. And we had somebody who wanted to open up the central Gordon Mitchell Observatory and take a look at the 16-inch, and I don't think he's with us tonight. I didn't see his name, but at some point he had maybe some recommendations what we could do to improve that scope, or even just get better use out of the Gordon Mitchell Observatory in general. And so, well, anyway, we look forward to having people join us this Wednesday, 8 p.m. And I will go and try and see if I can get the link posted again. If I don't do it here on Zoom, I will definitely send it out again to the general membership, also to STAR members and Lockwood Committee. All right, thank you.
So there was one more thing that needed to be talked about. It's the fact that the LAAS Code of Conduct has been updated. Evan and I worked on it and we got feedback from the board. So we're going to be posting it on the new website. And I think we're also going to be sending it out to the membership so they can see what's going on. But I just wanted to give everyone a heads up on that as well. There are now 13 sections as opposed to previously. So, yeah.
Alicia, do you have bullet points on the difference between the old code of conduct and the new one?
I can do that for the next general meeting. It wasn't on the slides for this one, but I can do that and present it to everybody, if that helps. Would you prefer that?
That's fine. I just had wondered what might be changing.
The changes are all to the code of conduct appendix to the bylaws. So it's like, Alicia, like 2 pages, 2.5 pages?
It's about 2 pages now. It was originally around 1 page, but now it's about 2 pages. We changed the fact that there's a lot of changes. So I'll just make a bullet slide for you guys to see at the next meeting so you can see the differences for that. Yeah, I'll do that.
No ability to give us just a general heads up to what's changing, or
the wording for the first one about harassment, emotional, verbal bullying, and physical abuse, and no abusive, profane, unsafe, or illegal behavior has been reworded. Yeah, so the grammar was fixed. We also made cannabis and vaping illegal. There was some also wording that pretty much made it sound as if you couldn't drink anything at all at Lockwood, but the fact is we were just trying to ban anything that was illegal, like alcohol. Well, alcohol isn't illegal to drink per se, but we're not supposed to be having alcoholic beverages except for at the LAS banquet. Let's see. We reworded the how you litter. You should not be littering and should pick up after yourself all the time. We reworded the ability of playing music. If somebody objects, then you have to stop. We reworded the pets section. You're pretty much responsible for looking after your pets. We've made it perfectly clear that drones are not allowed unless you get permission from the board previous to using it. Let's see. We made it clear that you can't throw objects, ride bicycles, play athletic games, or run in any telescope setup area. You had to follow the Griffith Observatory staff instructions and anything else from Griffith Observatory in terms of instructions about what you can and can't do when you go to Griffith Observatory. You have to follow the training course and user guide when you're attending the Ford Observatory. That's also new. We hadn't really mentioned Ford Observatory in the previous code of conduct, and in this one, it outlines the fact that you have to follow those guidelines. And then we also made it clear that you have to follow the health and safety regulations passed down by the government agency that has jurisdiction over the location where an LAS event is occurring. This isn't just for COVID-19, but also in general to make sure that everyone's following the local legislation that's in place. But yeah, that's sort of a cover of some of the things that have been changed. But a lot of it's been wording and a couple of additions that I just talked about.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Is it appropriate to ask a question about that in this meeting?
I think it would be more appropriate to bring it to the board meeting that we're having.
Okay.
I think that would be the best place if you have any questions about it. Also reach out to me via email and I will bring the questions also to the board as well. But yeah,
There was one very small part of that I noticed and therefore want to ask about.
Okay. All right.
And so I don't know is it appropriate to converse about that here, or should I just not and then find a way to do that outside of this particular month's meeting?
Send an email to the board and we will address it at the next board meeting. And if you attend that board meeting, you can sit in and ask the question and we will discuss it then.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, thank you, Alicia, for the update on that. That slipped my mind on the code of conduct update. So the next thing on the agenda for tonight is the nominations for the officers and board of directors. Spencer, there's a nice slide here for it. Have at it, Spencer, it's yours. Floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Hang on a second. So yeah, the nominations are due in November. So on the slide is the link for the nominations. So it's a form just like you filled out for the raffle, and I'm going to post the link in the chat as well, so that you have it. So you can just click on it and just nominate whoever you want to nominate for a position. The requirements are pretty broad. You have to be a member for at least a year, and you have to be what we call a member in good standing. And so that basically translates into you have to be current on your dues. So that's basically it. Or you can just send me an email with the nomination. That's the schedule. So we'd like to have the nominations in by November 9th. And so just to be clear, so you can submit the nominations online by 11:59 p.m. on November 9th. November 18th, those candidates who have accepted the nomination have to give me a short bio so we can include it on the ballot. November 30th, we'll send out the ballots via email. And then Sunday the 13th is the cutoff for voting. So I have to receive the ballots by 11:59 p.m. on the 13th. And then on 14th, which is the general meeting, we'll announce the results. And again, we'll do that via Zoom. Now, historically, we've had both a combination of online balloting and in-person voting at the general meeting. That's just not going to be practical without being able to meet in person. So it's all going to be done electronically this time. So that's all I have on the nominations. And you know, I guess if somebody wants to make a nomination now, just go ahead and use that link. Let me post it in the chat. Hang on 1 second.
Spencer, to be clear, we have about 5 members that do not have email access, and they are going to be mailed a paper ballot. Is that correct?
That's correct. Okay, hang on. Darn it, where'd my chat go? I have too many windows on my computer. Hang on, let me kill the screen share for a second.
If you highlight your picture, a little dot will appear in the chats in there.
Okay, got it.
Hi, Liz.
Before we all go away, can we ask Tim a question and say, how are things looking now up at Mount Wilson?
Yeah, I guess you can ask me if nobody says don't ask me.
Tim, it's your fault.
Yeah, the fire got scary close. It was actually within about 20 feet of the cabins that
Yeah,
are in the woods on the
we saw
road
that.
down to the monastery, but we didn't lose anything. There's some smoke and ash you have to worry about the monastery. We've actually been using the 60-inch telescope, so there was no problem with ash or smoke on the mirror. And I know the 100-inch was going to be cleaned off. The outside of the mirror cover had ash on it when they clean off before you try to open it. But I think it's actually that's been done. And so we didn't have any damage. The observatory is going to be closed as long as the Forest Service has the forest closed. And I don't know how much longer that will be. The hiking trails in the mountains to the observatory will be closed for at least a year, probably longer. Probably 2022 before the hiking trails are open. The Forest Service has already essentially permanently closed them for hiking. But I would assume certainly by next month the road will be open. The observatory has been closed just for health reasons. And I'm not sure when we will reopen the campus for people to just come up and wander around. But there will be no observing or tours or anything like that for the rest of this year. And we'll have to wait and see what happens next spring when we usually start our observing and tour season. So we're not damaged as a result of the fire. We're back to being closed because of the virus, basically.
So Tim, Jack out here.
Yeah.
Are they going to start resuming solar observations at the 150-foot tower anytime soon?
I assume so. I don't know if Steve Padilla is up there now
I
or
saw
not.
I saw an update from Steve a couple of days ago, so he's apparently up there.
Okay. So if he's up there and he can open the dome, I'd be surprised if he didn't draw sunspots.
Jack,
Good, yeah, because there's a couple of new ones out there according to Space Weather, and I was just curious. Thank you.
Jack,
Okay, so anyways, so I posted the link for the nominations in the chat, so check that out. And so that's all I had on the elections or nominations. Any questions on it? Okay.
Spencer, I actually do have a question. As a
Sure.
semi-new member, we talked about, who you're going to nominate and all that. A lot of us don't know anybody. Other people know everybody. How does this work? I mean, if there's somebody you know in the club and you say, oh my God, you should be the president, you nominate him. I don't know. I see this screen and I don't actually know what it means to me.
What you said is exactly right. If you see somebody that you think should be president, you nominate them.
So it's a little awkward because we haven't had any in-person meetings or other in-person interactions. So normally in the course of a year where you see somebody at a star party or you meet them at the general meeting, you get a sense for what they're like and whether or not they would be a good candidate. So this is admittedly rather awkward because of the lack of a general or lack of some face-to-face contact, so to speak. But yeah, as Daryl mentioned, historically, you see somebody who you think has done an outstanding job and might be good for the board or an officer, or people can also self-nominate as well. We've had that happen where people say, I think I could do that job, and they'll nominate themselves.
So the fact that because I've only been a member for a year, the only person I've really gotten to know well is you, I should just automatically nominate you for president. Do you want the job?
Well, I don't want the president's job, but I'm content to take on
Sorry.
to keep the secretary's job.
That's a good
you
point,
understood where
Spencer.
I was going with that. There's a part of this for a lot of it where we just know that our little group and the voting, it's changed. So this becomes much more difficult.
Yeah.
In the next bulletin, we'll have bios from everybody that's nominated.
Jack Eastman, do you want to not run for something?
Didn't hear you, Lou.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to run for is I'm going to run for my life.
Jack,
current.
now you sound a little bit like Lou, because I was going to nominate Lou, but he won't come back to LA.
What do you mean Jack Eastman won't come back to LA? He's talking about
Yeah, me either. I've had my share of the good old land of perpetual smog. Been back to a few high school reunions, but traffic, smog, thank you, but no thank you.
Richard, in answer to one of your questions, I think all of the current board members and officers have agreed to run again for their current positions. And so I would suggest that if you want to get a feel for how the board is functioning right now, that you listen to a couple of the recordings of the board meetings. It's kind of hard to tell who's who on an audio recording, but that's one way to get to know how the current board is functioning.
I think the new Zoom meetings are streamed to, and they're also recorded. You actually are watching the meeting as we have it now, so they're pretty good recordings.
Yes, I forgot.
Actually,
Yes.
we haven't really posted the video yet. We just started doing the video fairly recently. So, but I'll probably, I think it probably makes sense to put them in the YouTube page as well.
Yeah, we did that with the astronomy merit badges we taught this summer, Spencer. We recorded them and post them, and that was fairly successful. We had a number of scouts were able to complete the badge by watching the videos from the live teaching. So that was a good thing.
Greg,
Yep.
this is Lou Chilton. Maybe this is the wrong venue for asking you. Have you had a chance to transcribe the April and July board meeting minutes yet?
Yeah, I had distributed those previously. I think Spencer sent me a request last week for copies of them, so I can resend them to Spencer. But they were transcribed at the time of those meetings, so they already exist.
You can send them to me as historian. I always enter the minutes in the LAS archive. So I'm missing the April and the July. Well, of course, the August and September.
Okay, there's always two versions of the notes. There's the initial ones to be approved from the prior meeting, and then I usually get feedback to correct typos or any other thing that needs correction. So then I put like _final. So there's always two versions. So I'll send those out.
Fine, when you get a chance. I'm sorry for, I hope I'm not imposing on you, but I do my best to keep these records on file for the society, for posterity.
Yeah, I've been doing the notes consistently since, I think I stood in once or twice last year, and I've been doing consistently this whole year. So I have a complete archive. And I'm more than happy to share that for the record. Yeah.
You've been doing a terrific job.
Thank you.
Okay, so anyways, moving on, I just reposted the link for the Lockwood Committee. I'm sorry, for the nominations.
That's Wednesday.
That's yeah. So I just posted a link for the nominations. The Lockwood Committee, Kevin says to go to the Groups IO page and look up Lockwood Committee. I'll also, I can, it turns, when Daryl's doing the presentation on the website, I can post a link for the Lockwood Committee meeting, because turns out with the way I'm sharing things, it's hard to do that right now. So I think that's all we had. I think, Daryl, I think we're ready for you, right?
If you're ready for me, I guess you're ready.
Yes, we're ready for you. Okay. All yours.
Yeah.
Woohoo, we have a website.
Let me share this.
Yay, finally.
Okay, let's see. Does everyone see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Well, I see it on the screen. I didn't see it when I went into LAAS yesterday.
You should have. It was there.
Oh, I missed it. No, I didn't miss it. Holy crap. Okay, I got to like refresh my browser.
Okay, Daryl,
That's
I'm only
it.
seeing your desktop background.
I'm sorry?
I'm seeing your desktop background.
Same here.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's where. There we go.
How do we get rid of this thing here? There we go. All right. All right, so everyone sees the homepage of the website.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
All right,
Now
so I see an awful lot of people here that I don't know. So let me just tell you just a real short bit about me. I'm Daryl Dooley. I've been a member for, I think I joined in 2004, and it was during a time that the observatory was closed for the remodel, and I was cutting through the park to go by traffic, and it was late in the evening, and I saw the satellite observatory that had been set up near the zoo, and a bunch of people setting up telescopes, and they were having a star party. And I pulled over to see what was happening, and I got very interested, have been for a long time. So I joined and got very involved in the club. I was the treasurer for 2 years and been on the board for a while, most of the board. And I really like it, and I think we have a good group this year. So in the past few months, we've been working on the site, and I'd like to just thank the people that really put this together. Spencer has been just our rock. Our meetings are there. Everything happens. The stuff in the background goes well. Alicia was really keen eye and keeping us safe. As you heard, she really looks for and has a keen eye for our liabilities. So thank you for that. Mike Hayford was part of this subcommittee and did a really nice job. And Mike, thanks for taking on an extra page. Greg, always really good suggestions from you. Thank you. Jason Rogers, who is a member that we recruited as a web guru. I think he's still a current member, but when I contacted him, he didn't live here anymore, but because of how things work, we don't need to do any of that. So he was instrumental in some of the things that none of us knew how to do. And let's see, who else was there? Andy. Andy, our communications coordinator, did a lot of small reading things. Oh, there should be a comma here. Really good at that kind of stuff. So she's combed through all of that. We got some good other suggestions from a few people on the outside. I think Evan and I'm blanking on the other guy's name who takes care of us for Instagram. Okay, so here we are, the new page.
Ed Dempsey.
Ed Dempsey, thank you very much. So for all of those people, thank you for your hard work. I think it's really paid off. I've gotten compliments from people who don't even know about the society who have looked at it. So anyway, I'm going to try and go through almost everything so that you can see when somebody comes to this page, not necessarily our members, but other people, what is available to them. So first of all, we have our homepage. We have our navigation up here. We have some nice teaser pictures. And I think with very, very few exceptions, there's all of the pictures on the site, I believe, are by members. So on this first page, there's just a bunch of teaser shots of things that some of us know a lot about and others that we want to know about. So people can look through that. Now, right at the bottom, we have a donate, of course, because we always need money all the time. So people come here, so it makes it very easy. This goes directly to our PayPal donation page, and you can do that right here. If you're a Lockwood person, which a lot of our members are really regularly, if you're interested, you can always come to our website. On the front page down here at the bottom is Lockwood weather. You can see what's happening right now, current weather on Lockwood. So when you get to this page, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see that there's a couple of other things happening down here. But inside this box here, you can also, when you're in here, you can scroll down and see exactly what's happening at Fraser Park. This was updated a minute ago. So it's 48. Here at the rainfall, what the temperature is. By the way, Spencer, the indoor, is that inside the trailer?
Yes,
the other sensor?
that's inside the trailer.
Okay, so we know what's in the, so it's 48 outside and 66 inside. So with all right, there you go. Very good information, wind, gusts for the day, a lot of information you can have right away. A couple of other ways to look at the same weather. And then somebody mentioned just a little bit earlier, this astroperic, which we found, and I think that is a good thing. I liked it when I found it, and I'll show you a little bit. It's easy to get to. You go to here and you can just click on this and you will go to the page. Now I've put Lockwood's coordinates in here. So this little star here is the Lockwood coordinates. But once you get here, and because this is the coordinates, then this is the forecast for that location. But in addition to that, you can do an overlay on this map and show what the cloud cover is, where it's moving like that, and the transparency. So this is geared towards astronomers, so they know about transparency. So you can see, you know, the scale and the transparency. So we would all rather be in Lockwood right now. Seeing gives you what they see. The smoke is very interesting recently, of course, because of the fires. You can see that there's an incredible amount of smoke still that has moved off. And amazingly, our fires for the past weeks and months have been picked up, I think, by the hurricane and tossed all the way across the United States and out into the east. I believe that's all California and other fires are. Light pollution, we know. We're trying to get to the best spot we can. This will show you the Bortle scale and where we are in it, where we are. All very good information for people who want to do that kind of stuff. Light pollution, we know. That's the same thing, I'm sorry. So that's good, a good quick link for there. And also extended forecast. Anything you'd want to know about the weather for Lockwood. If you don't know much and you want to know what's happening, this quick link on the front homepage to the Los Angeles skies tells you what you can see in the sky tonight at what time. Very straight up, straight ahead. Easy to find information. The bulletin takes you to our current month's bulletin. So if you don't have to go to a link, you don't have to go anywhere, you can just go to the site, it'll be there. And Amazon Smile. We talked about this very briefly a little bit earlier. And if you go here, you'll see a place to sign up. And if you have an Amazon account, you sign up and then it changes and you change your URL. Instead of going to Amazon, you go to smile.amazon. And this works very well.
Daryl, can you get the past bulletins from this new site?
I will show you in a moment.
Thank you.
Yes, we have them. Does everyone see this screen now? The Smile Amazon screen. Are you seeing this?
Vicks Vapor Rub.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry, this item looked like Vicks Vapor Rub, but no, it's glycolic and.
Okay. Do you see where I'm pointing? Do you see this right here? Everyone seeing this?
Yeah, the amounts.
The amounts. Okay. So from my own purchases, I have donated $87.90 to the club. So far this year, I believe, I don't know what their year is, but so far the people who have been using Smile have generated $327.41 for the LAAS. So I really would like to see everyone use this. If you bank something on Amazon anyway, certainly go and do this. You go up here where it says supporting, you can choose another. Why would you do that though? You wouldn't want to choose anybody else. So go there and choose Los Angeles Astronomical Society, and then part of every purchase, it's not every single purchase because they have, you know, what are there's somewhere that says that are eligible purchases. There we go. So that I believe is good. All right, so now let's go back up to the top here. The rest of the website, as soon as somebody comes here, they can go to About Us and find out a little bit about how we started. I'm not going to read all this or give you time to read all this. Also on this first page here is our bylaws. And you can see at the bottom, we've added our privacy statements and all the legal stuff that we needed to, which was part of the last few meetings of getting that together and what we need to put there. Our mission statement, short and sweet, is this. And how we do that is we get people to come to Griffith, outreach, astronomy nights. We get them to come to Garvey, meet people there, learn about optics, make their own telescope. And we give people experiences with Mount Wilson with the 60-inch and the 100-inch telescopes. Contact page for people who don't know where we are or how to get to us. It's just straight up, goes right to contact. Frequently asked questions is a growing page. I want to know, as we go along, people are going to ask more questions and we'll add things here. But, this is, what kind of telescope should I buy? So you click on that, get an answer and a link that tells you a lot about beginner telescope information. These links just go right off to another page and tell you about that. So a good article on that. Galleries are a group of galleries for pictures of, I think, with few exceptions, like obviously this is not a member picture, but most of these pictures are member pictures other than these illustrations. So if you go here, people can find out a little bit about what it looks like to be a member, what we do, what the groups look like. Here's where we would like to be. There's me and Bob, who's passed away. And I just found these really great early pictures of when Griffith opened. I mean, you've all been, well, not you all, but anyone who's been up to Griffith and looked over the railing over here, that's, there's houses all here now. This is nothing. And this old projector. And look at this car. This is when I think the first year that it opened. Anyway, people can go and see this. What else we got? We have a bunch of pictures of Lockwood. People can get a feel for what we do, what happens in Lockwood as well. I'd like to contact Google and see if we can get a newer Google Earth or Google Maps shot. We have an awful lot of infrastructure that's not showing here. Like we have big concrete, the new trailer's not here, a lot of stuff. So I'd like to get a current picture. These are old pictures, first pours of the pads, real early.
Our first club meeting at the site at Lockwood. He's passed it.
The first club meeting, yes.
Well, the first Lockwood dude was in that one of those pictures. I recognized it because I took it.
Ah, very cool. This is part of the dome project that happened when we got a grant to change the dome at Garvey. And so this is these pictures are from the builders who built this. They do a complete build in the plant, make sure everything works, and they take the entire thing apart and ship it, and then they reassemble it on site here. So this is something for people to go through if they don't know about us. If you do know about us and you just want to reminisce about things, you can look and see the eclipse event where we all had a blast. Look how happy Tim is. So all of these and our pictures from there. And for the Messier Marathon people, I put in the Messier Marathon information and everything that you need to do the Messier Marathon. Here is the list in order. Here's the chart index. So when you're looking at the charts, you know which chart to look at. And this also gives you the order that you ought to be able to see them in. This is going to show up first down the line. And then to help you with those things, the charts are here for the different sections of the evening and where to look. A bunch of really fun, good information. So SJ charts are here. What else is in the galleries? For people who don't know about, if kids come, I don't know how many kids come here, but there was also like information about how big things are, how far things away are. Some members and people pictures. We're with groups up at the 60. Here's a Lockwood work committee afternoon. And these will probably evolve. This is not too hard to update and add pictures for these things. So we'll continue to do that. Then we have each of our locations, a little bit more in-depth information about each one. Garvey Ranch, what's going on here. If you're new and you want to go, there's a link right here to gives you map links. All of these things, that we've worked on the website are all working. Everything works really well. The links all work. We're all live. So along with Garvey, we have Griffith. Explains a little bit more than in the front page about what happens here. There's Tim giving us a lecture. Do you remember that one, Tim? A little more in-depth on Lockwood. So for new members or members who are trying to find out more about us, this is a much more in-depth. And also because we're on Lockwood, we also have at the bottom of the page the same links that we have on the quick link up in the front. Our Mount Wilson page explains a little bit about that, what that is, what George Ellery Hale said. And then some, good teaser pictures of what we see when we are up there. Wilson, and last but not least is our Ford page, information about Ford. This little quote from him. Gives a little bit of history. That looks like Curtis to me.
That is Curtis. Yeah.
Here he is again doing some astrophotography with this telescope, and members can do this as well. This is another site that we run, and you can have viewing nights here. Just sign up, find out about it, delve into our site, get some information, hang out with Curtis. Membership page. Membership page tells everyone all about the membership. A quick little splurge about each of the sites again, but also then what the benefits are, what the prices are, what is included. All these links this goes right to the application form for people to sign up, tells you which kind of memberships are available, and that star memberships are available. Our Stay Informed section. So here's somebody who had a question about the bulletin. So on this page, goes right to our connected link with Night Sky Network, and has the calendar for Night Sky Network's events, including ours. You can see our general meeting is on here, but it's not public. But all these other links on this page are live. So if you wanted to find out about this virtual NASA social, you would click there. It would take you right to the Night Sky Network page, telling you about what that was. And then right below this is the PDFs of our bulletins. So that starting with our current bulletin down to the beginning of the year. And if you need to go back further, you go to 2019 and beyond. And here are all the bulletins that I've had time to put up. I think I have 16 and 15 as well. But these are all the bulletins from those months, from those years are accessible here. Our resources page, I like. There's a lot of really interesting, fun things. I think when people find this, they'll get lost and go off into other branches, which is exactly what we want from this kind of a thing. So we add a lot, we add whatever we can. This was, Andy did a lot of work on this page. She found a lot of these links and posted them here, and they're very cool. Do-it-yourself paper models. You can print paper models. Where are they? This gives you a PDF with instructions, where to cut everything. It's very cool. Let's see, where's the pictures down here? All right, so here's all the pieces. They print this on a color printer, put this together. It looked pretty cool to me.
We ought to have a contest with.
I didn't understand that.
We should have a contest of making those paper models.
That's not a bad idea. Okay, and then a page that we are adding as we speak. I'm adding this and getting information about this, which is LAIS articles. Oh, did somebody work on this already?
Yeah, I put those in this afternoon.
Well, see, I was going to work on this, and our rock beat me to it. So here's a bunch of PDFs, articles by our members. This is great. And we will add these as we get them. And if people want to write, we do need articles all the time for the bulletin. So if you are a writer of any kind, or you have an interest in a specific subject that you really know a lot about, do write an article and submit it. That would go to the communications. This goes to Andy, and she takes care of the bulletin, and that would be really great if you did that. And then over here we have links directly to each of our social media outlets where we do, where we keep this going for. I think we have a Facebook page and Instagram. There's an awful lot of pictures of our site, not our site, but from our members on Instagram, a lot of posts. Normally, I'm using Firefox tonight for a particular reason to do the presentation. So normally this would go right into my login and I would see a lot more information here, but I don't have all that set up on Firefox. And then we also have our YouTube channel where you can see this presentation and others like it from the past. So these other general meetings, to me, have worked extremely well. I was surprised at how well they worked. The speaker worked well. It was not much different from being in the auditorium with it dark and looking at the screen and listening to the speaker. It was nearly the same. And then we made this a whole lot more easier for people to get all of the merchandise that they might like with our logo. Solved all of the problems of needing to have 10 shirts and what size and all that. So we have made a connection with Printful, who is an on-demand printer. They carry all of this stuff. I will go through some of these. All of this, we have ordered some test merchandise to see what these logos actually came out and looked like. And they are coming out really good. They look really sharp, really clear, really easy to see. The logos, you can see all of the detail in here. You can read all of this writing. All works, even on the breast insignia. You can now get this in any of these colors. many sizes.
Daryl, these are screen printed, aren't they? Not embroidered.
These are not embroidered. We do not have any embroidery done on this site. I believe, ordered something and the embroidery did not meet our standards that we already have. So we are not using them for that. But these shirts look great. We have color logo on some, but a lot of these, it works very well to have just a reverse white on black. Came out really good.
Are there any coffee mugs, Daryl?
There are coffee mugs. You're getting ahead of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So here's people almost always have ordered this style shirt with this on the lapel and this on the back, and we have that now with all sizes. And since COVID has let up a little bit, for a while there was still a lag time on merchandise, but that's kind of over. I think depending on where it's shipping from, the test merchandise that I ordered came within a couple of weeks. Things are the right size that they say they are. White on black. Do I get Heather? I guess I didn't get a picture of the Heather on here. Okay, that's okay. So we have that. We have some really nice backpacks. Came out really well. I did order one of these. Actually, I ordered the one with the full LAAS. All right, go back. Do I get stuck here? There we go. I ordered and have received this, and it looks this good. This is a fairly good sized backpack. It's about, oh, it gives you the dimensions. Gives you the dimensions right here. It's good information. It's good stuff. The printing is quality. We're enjoying it. We have some tote bags, laptop sleeve, and the all important mugs with the LAA logo, which is also coming out really beautifully on the mugs. We ordered a couple of these different kinds. Go back to the others and show you these. There's a couple of different sizes. Some of the mugs have two sizes. This group has colors on the inside. They're all black and white on the outside, but whatever color is on the inside is also on the handle. So you can really personalize your cup. If you have a red desktop.
Are they all made in China?
I don't know. I don't know where they get their stock.
Probably.
I would say highly likely. This is the straight ahead mug with the logo, and this is an enamel mug with the logo.
A lot of the t-shirts are sourced in the US.
I want one.
The enamel mug is also nice. I believe I ordered one of these as well. So all of this is available. It goes into a shopping cart. It goes directly to them. They get the order. You pay with PayPal like you would pay for the other stuff with our PayPal account. And all this is available now. This is all live. Everything is ready to go. All of these things are good to go.
So they're mailed directly to your home address or whatever address you provide. Doesn't have to be picked up at an LAS meeting.
No, none of that. When you order, you give them your name, address, all that stuff. It comes right to you. It's packaged well. So far I have nothing bad to say about Printful and our connection with them. It's been good. The other stuff didn't work. The what do you call it? The embroidery. The embroidery was not worth it, so we didn't do that. But that was it. Other than that, it's good stuff.
Treasurer's comment, the prices are basically at our cost. And so the prices are subject to change. We reserve the right to change the prices in the future. But these introductory prices are basically our cost.
So we need to find out as we go forward how much merchandise we sell this way. It's certainly a lot more available, and we probably will because it's a whole lot easier. The only adjustment we might need to make is we're not sure. We get charged with the tax and shipping on the back end, so we want to make sure that we're not losing money, but we're not trying to take you for anything. These are all just barely over what we think we'll make a little bit on.
Yeah, the prices on here include tax and shipping.
The prices that you see here?
Yeah, the prices you see there include tax and shipping.
That's good. Okay, yeah, that's very good. I think, unless there's any questions, that we'll go back to the home page, and I guess I will field questions if you have any questions about what you see or what you didn't see. We're still always open to.
Before you start that, so just
Yes.
a reminder, if you have not signed up for the door prize drawing, do so, because I'm getting ready to pull the list right now.
I want to congratulate you, Daryl, and all the people that worked on this. It was a heck of a great job. It looks fantastic. It really does.
I concur.
Good. Who is that? Oh,
Yeah.
David. Thank you,
Dave
David.
Yackerson. You're very welcome. But thank you so much for what you've done.
Congratulations. Well done.
Same thing from out here in the high country. I think that was looking first class. I'm going to poke around through it and we'll see how it works out. Thank you.
Because we changed the URL and LAIS or now goes to this site, I couldn't, and I didn't have a cached version. I was hoping to start out with the old site as the first splash page that we saw, so that you could see how much this has changed. I don't know if you can remember the old page, but it was pathetic.
Daryl, I would like to be able to send you some of the very old pictures of the LAS from the 20s and the 30s. Perhaps you might be able to find a place on the site to post them as far as LAS history is concerned.
I think how we're going to handle that is any articles or things like that, are they going to go to Andy first, Spencer?
Right. Yeah. Andy was volunteered to be the editor.
So she's going to be the editor of things that are coming in. So new articles, also because she's also very good with grammar and all that. So she'll probably read these articles and maybe do a little edit before they get onto the site.
Daryl, Dave Yackerson, I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
What's the possibility of having an area in the website to where members could upload their astrophotography pictures?
I'm not sure how much space we have to do that, and I'm really afraid that if we just open it up, we're going to get deluged with so much stuff that we can't deal with it.
Okay.
So I want to be very specific and very selective about how we do that. I mean, we have so many members that have so many good pictures. It's going to be difficult. So we're going to figure out how to do that. It may be better for the people who want to do that is to post those pictures on Instagram, because that's like an unending
Right. Okay.
well of space to put things.
Thank you.
To expand on that a little
yes.
bit.
Daryl,
This is Greg.
Daryl and David, what if that, I totally get David's idea and I agree. However, a link might be the best solution, because
Like a gallery.
yes, we want we want to be able to say it's LAAS, not Astrobin or Telescopius. So when we have images that we have created, it would be all, as David said, to put them into LAS. We don't have to have LAS host them, but we need to find a way to make LAAS's website link to where we put them. And that solves everything. That gives David what he was talking about, and you don't have to manage the space.
I have a possible idea for that. How much space do you get on Box, Spencer?
Right now we have unlimited space.
Well, that sounds really good. I suppose that we could create some subdirectories in our box space and make a link to that space on the website for submissions. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many people we can give
Yeah,
access
it's
to box.
a great idea. And this is Greg Thompson, and just the board has been talking about this up into late last year. And, the update of the website represents a certain level of commitment and support we have from our president and our vice president and our board to kind of bring LAS up into the digital age. We're doing things with our Zoom account now. We're updating our website. The astrophotography, we were talking up at Lockwood about what we could do with remote viewing and remote control. So this is a huge step forward for the club. Our public face is looking great, and this update, the idea of having a link to where our astrophotographers can post their photos is a great idea. I just think we need to look into the possibilities, but I don't think it would be very hard to do at all. It's a great idea. So I think we're pretty open to those kind of suggestions, especially in this age of COVID, when all the people in the club and outside the club that would be interested are going to be using digital means to participate. And the website is an absolute cornerstone of that. And I'm happy to have contributed, but really Spencer and Daryl just led this project all summer long and have just done a great job. I'm really happy to see it.
Bravo.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, both thumbs up from this end too.
Are you still seeing my screen, or am I not shared anymore?
It's still there.
No,
Still there.
you're there.
I can't find my tools here to unshare. They went away.
Just go to share screen at the bottom. It's at the very bottom.
It's not popping up though. That's what I mean. It's not.
Tom Hendricks, I have a question. I don't fully appreciate the notion of the general meeting being, quote, private. So when you look at the calendar and see the general meeting like tonight, a possible new member would like to come as a guest. It's kind of this big puzzle to solve. And so I don't know why it would make it easier for guests to find their way to our meetings.
Did anyone else get that?
Yeah, I'll take a crack at that one because I had the exact same experience. This is Greg Thompson again, and it has to do with, and you don't know this when you first joined, so your point is very well taken. The Night Sky Network hosts all of our outreach and all of our program events on our calendar. Night Sky Network is actually a separate website from anything that we control directly from our website. So when you link to the Night Sky Calendar Network, all you see is the same page that everyone in the whole world can see. And I think with our new member packet, we need to make this a lot clearer. It took me a couple tries to figure it out. You have to actually go to the separate from any login that has to do directly with our group's IO or any of that. So once you have your Night Sky Network login as a club member, then that calendar on the Night Sky Network, when you click on it, is going to light up for you, and you're going to be able to see everything and all the details and all the outreach stuff you can't see from that public view that we've linked to our website. Does that answer your question?
Partially. I mean, so there is a solution to the puzzle, but why is it so obtuse? I mean, you could just say email somebody for meeting information or something if you want to filter a little bit, not be overrun by the masses. It's too difficult.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think especially like it took me a couple tries to figure this out when I first joined, that you're going to need this separate login for Night Sky Network, and then you can see all of our outreach programs and you can sign up, and then the public meeting's no longer private, it's public. Once you've got your login to Night Sky Network, everything lights up and nothing is hidden, right? But I think some kind of communication or packet or guideline on that is a really good idea, so people don't struggle with that, trying to figure out like, oh, I can see the calendar, but I can't do anything with it because it's not accessible to me. You have to know this information that you have to have a login on the Night Sky Network, and then the whole thing is our club calendar. You can see everything.
If you were new to LA or just a high school kid or what have you, you might just give up and never join.
Yeah, it is confusing. I mean, I think Daryl did a great job. We actually, in the beginning, had to work a little bit to get that night sky calendar to link to our website and display as a web part correctly. But it is a separate website. And so when you click on it and you go to it, then you log in over on Night Sky Network and it works like a full calendar. So
I do have my account over there, and I found my way to the meeting tonight, and appreciate the email with the meeting ID and password. So.
Yep. Yeah. Good. Glad to have you. Thanks for figuring it out.
Yeah.
As a new member, I would just like to mention maybe about 2 months ago or so, a few weeks back, I did receive an email from Andy Sherwood that had it all laid out by bulletin. And Andy's email was very clear. It was register here, link, register here for this, link, register here for this, link. There were a lot of places to register, but it was very easy, and it was really clear.
Good, Kenji. I'm glad that you successfully made it in. Welcome.
That's why she's the communications coordinator.
Yeah, that's
She's
good.
very good at
That's good. That's good information, and it's good that you got that packet as a new member. You know, I know someone asked last year, can we tie all these websites together so that they all use one login? And the digital world is amazing, but it's not that amazing. All those different websites have their own logins.
Does anybody have any other questions that I can answer about the website? Was there anything that you did not see? I think this is my biggest question. Were you expecting to see something that you didn't see?
The old Jack out here in the high country, and I really liked what I saw, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Okay, so it wasn't really missing. Okay, good. Then we hit our mark. Thank you, everybody.
Okay,
And
Daryl.
And hold on. Our target was to finish this site by the end of the year.
Oh, you did a great job.
You're
Good
ahead of schedule.
job, Daryl. One comment I did send to you on the private chat link. Take a look at it and see what you think on it. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That was the contact information for the board, for the officers and the pertinent board people on the website, like yourself as the Mount Wilson coordinator. I think there should be a link to your email and that kind of stuff. Similar to what we do in the bulletin.
I think my email is in the bulletin.
Well, it's in the bulletin, but I don't see the contacts on the website.
Yeah, I think
on the new website. I don't know if we should do that or not.
I don't think we have any of our contacts on the website other than the communications coordinator.
Okay,
Yeah,
whatever we did last time on it, because it was in the bulletin. I was curious if you're going to put that or not.
Is that if you publish that out there, all the spammers will pick it up, and you'll see a huge volume in email and things like that. And so that's why we opted to leave Andy out there as a sacrificial lamb, so to speak. And
Nice.
there's a contact us page that's in there where you can actually have to type in, and you can there's a drop down. If I remember correctly, there's a drop down where you can select each person, and the communication is sent through the website instead of through email.
Unfortunately, we do have to do those kinds of things these days. So that's why.
Okay, point taken. Okay, it looks like, thank you for the effort, Daryl. You guys have done a spectacular job on this website. I think everybody out there has indicated that it's a very, very good website.
Let me see if I got the backpack right here. Let me see if I can see if you can see this.
That's nice.
Nice.
Can you see how good that logo came out?
It looks great.
Really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
Dave, will your telescope fit in there?
No, it comes with its own backpack, but it's the little Vespara that Phil's buying will definitely fit in there.
well, feel safe, everyone, about ordering these products. That we ordered a couple of $100 worth of different things to make sure that when you got it, you were happy with it. And I received most of that. Spencer received some of it, and we were both, as far as I'm concerned, we were both very happy with it.
Hey, Daryl, can that be personalized? Any of the merchandise? The backpack?
I don't think so. They don't do that there even on request, do they, Spencer?
No, they.
My recommendation was when the malls open up, they do have places. I know in the malls that can personalize shirts that are already made for you. That they can put
It's not an option on Printful, so it's not something that they can do. I didn't even see it as an option. So.
No, you have to make a mock-up for each individual name, and that's getting really tedious.
Right. Just take it to a screenshop place that does they do those.
Yeah, the only personalized product that we've had over the years has been the
jacket.
The jacket that has your name embroidered on it on the front. And like I think Daryl mentioned, the embroidery thing didn't come out so great. So right now we're still thinking about using our current vendor for that, but it requires ordering and they're a little more expensive. That's the only personalized product I think that we've had.
I personally think that's an important thing to have, and you can just do that twice a year now, and because it would take a lot off of Joe having to do all the other work now. And thank you, Joe, for doing what you did.
Yeah, Joe did great.
Slack on that. Thank you so much for what you did.
Yeah, and this is just a small fraction of the products that Printful offers. I mean, we probably don't want everything they can offer, but there are
a lot of this stuff is not the kind of things that I don't imagine. I mean, I added a few things on, like the laptop case and the tote bags and things like that are pretty generic. But they have sheets and socks and pillowcases. You could put our logo on almost anything you want. So if you go to Printful and you see something that you really have to have with our logo on it,
and you think we'll sell more than one,
let me know what it is and contact me, and I can mock up that item, put it on the website, and you can buy it.
Maybe you can have a link to getting some of the shirts from Mount Wilson there too. Maybe, I don't know.
It's the problem with that is that you have to give them, if we could do something like that, we did ask them about that, and I think we are going to do that with, is it the hats, Spencer?
Oh yeah.
We have a lot of hats, and they're hard to distribute now because you have to meet somebody. So Printful has a deal where they will stock product for us, our product, those hats that we've already had made. And then we can mock that up, put it on the website, and you can order one from there. So we could do that, but you have to buy enough stock to make it worth it. And then you have to buy enough stock in enough sizes and all that stuff. Unless we go through a whole nother logo setup with them to sell separately Mount Wilson stuff, it's not a bad idea. We'll look at it, a little back burner something for me.
But what about decals that have the logo on?
And they
I
have
think they have decals.
Oh, there is? Oh, okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, that might be one. I might stick something on my car,
Okay.
Hey, Spencer, could you repost the giveaway link? I missed the very first of the meeting because I had another meeting, but
too late.
On behalf of those people that might have joined late, I'm not thinking of myself, Spencer.
All right, hang on just a second.
He had to the Q&A, man.
Are you going to be doing the board meetings on Zoom, by the way, Curtis?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are doing the board meetings on Zoom.
Okay, because I'd like to see what's going on.
I think all the ones we've had this year have been, all the meetings we've had this year have been recorded.
Okay.
So everything's been recorded, and I was on phone contact for the first few of them because my internet hookup is real bad. It still is real bad. I have to go to a friend's house to be able to use their internet hookup because ours at Carol's house in Glendale is too slow.
Mm-hmm.
Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Let's see. Where's the product? Where's our
Did
product?
see the stickers.
Yeah, let me go back. I saw the stickers there.
Okay, so guys, you've got 10 more seconds to put your entry in. I'm closing it out right now.
So you can see we could do postcards. I did the laptop cases, not red. This is the tote bag. We did tote bags. We did coffee mugs. Beach towels. I don't know. Anyone want a beach towel? Phone cases.
Hawks.
Stickers.
I get a beach towel.
Let's see what the stickers look like.
Well, got to get one for Alicia.
There we
That
go.
would totally be me. Like, take it
So,
out to the
but you know,
pool.
you
Call
can
it a
see
day.
here,
I'm having trouble believing that Alicia doesn't already have a beach towel.
Oh no, but it's got to say LAAS on
okay.
it.
Exactly.
That's for when you're laying out at the beach at night to look at the stars.
There you go. Yeah, sure.
All right, so I finally got to where I want it to be. So you can see here, we have men's clothing, jackets separately, hoodies and sweatshirts, sweatpants, underwear, leggings, shorts, separate category for women's clothing, t-shirts, tank tops, you know, all of these things. Kids and youth, hats, home living is getting into coffee mugs, blankets, and stickers.
LAS and Bob toilet paper are two restaurants.
So let's see, what are the stickers? They're just, it looks like they're just straight ahead, straight up, 3x3, 4x4. You have to mark something up. But that would be a sticker like that would go on something.
You could stick it on your car.
Yep. On your window, on the back of your windows.
Hey, we should get one of these with LA logo for Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
The Burger King.
They have coffee mugs. They have, I don't know if anyone likes these things, but they have these magic mugs.
Change colors.
They change color with the heat.
Magic mugs.
Sounds like my face. All right.
They're lying. It doesn't happen that fast. Somebody got me a mug like that with a Tesla logo on it. But, you know, beanbags are coming back. I saw them somewhere. So there's all kinds of products. So if you guys have us, you know, if you find something that you just have to have, you know, let me know what it is. I can mock it up and put it on the site. You can buy 100 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. I'm going to stop that again.
Okay, yeah.
Did you see I could order a LAAS Tesla? One of those up.
Yeah, that I'd like to see.
Hoodies. That's a good point. There's sweatshirts, but there aren't hoodies.
Well, anyway, everyone go to the website, buy stuff, sign up for smile.amazon.com, and then just forget about it. And then all of your purchases will, you know, I did that last year, and just by myself, I've, you know, generated $80. You know. It seems,
if everyone in the club did that, you know, it's a good source of income. That's why we're promoting that Amazon Smiles thing. I think a lot of us order stuff off Amazon, and there's no reason we can't get that little stream of income from it.
Do I love Jeff Bezos? No, but this is a good thing.
By the way, that is actually a huge deal, because for those of us that use Amazon daily, then
Thank you, honey.
that just throws a few dollars into the pot.
Absolutely.
It does make a difference.
It does make a difference.
It does. It
Okay.
really does.
And once you get signed up for Smiles, it'll permanently associate your account with your charity. Even if you just use regular Amazon, you'll see it over in the checkout, and you can click on it there. It's once you create that link between your account and your charity, it's permanent. So it's a really easy thing to use once you go select your charity.
And that's actually a big deal. The point is that do it once, set it up,
It's done.
and you don't have to think about it. It's not like you have to remember to do something. It's just every time you order from Amazon, something happens in the background. And that's important, because most of us are lazy. We forget.
Yeah.
The
So
part about
this is a
that
question.
Right in the very beginning, sometimes when I first signed up, I would forget, and I would type Amazon, and it would go to Amazon without the smile in front of it, and then it does not happen. So you have to do it a few times and type in smile, and then once your browser remembers it, now if I hit Amazon, it goes to smile Amazon. I don't have to type it that way.
And now a recent change, Daryl, that we just found out this summer is even if you forget to start your session with Smiles, you get a second chance at checkout. So it'll
Oh, I see
remember.
it. I guess I haven't seen that because I haven't had to. So.
Yeah, but either way, starting at Smiles is the way to go.
Yeah, and you can do
And
it
if
on
you
the app
shop-
too, which is really nice.
I was just going to say, if you're using the app, you can do Smile as well.
Yeah, it's actually a new feature for the app because for the longest time it was not on the app at all, no matter how hard I tried. Otherwise, LAS would have made a ton of money off.
So I have a question for Spencer and Daryl on the website. What are the chances, like, we're gonna try and get people to use our new website? Like, can we get some kind of traffic report or some kind of like, yeah, we're seeing more people visiting, or some kind of feedback in a month or two on how we're doing?
There's some analytics. I haven't really taken the time to look into it, but it's specific to the hosting service. It's not Google Analytics or anything like that, but there are some analytics that'll tell us the traffic and how much time people spend on a page, things like that.
So I'm kind of thinking that, like, for the board meeting, maybe that could be a part of the regular monthly website report.
Okay.
I kind of like to know, we put all this effort into it. We're trying to make this outreach to the public in general, as well as to the club members. And, if people are using it, let's track it a little bit.
Okay, guys, it looks like we've discussed this website to as much as we can discuss. The only other question I have for Daryl too, I wonder if eBay could do a Smiles program, or if they do a Smiles program, because I buy a lot of things on eBay. So that's a question. I don't know whether that would work or not, but I do buy a lot of things on eBay also.
Don't think it's going to happen there.
Yeah.
About the traffic to the website, I think it's a good start that we have so many people right now, even on our monthly meetings on Zoom. If I'm not mistaken, we have at least as many as we have at Griffith, if not more, in the past 2 months. So the dissemination is important for you for the same reason. I mean, talk to people about our website, talk to them about smile.amazon, get other people to sign up, have them go to our site and explore. Maybe they'll like, oh, look, I'll get an LAAS cup,
And we clarified in the bylaws.
It's a little bit here and there, but in the long run, the longer that goes, that's how things happen. We need to get this feelers out and let them keep going and keep going. So please do that. Thank you.
Observatory know about the new website. I think that would help a lot.
Okay, guys, I think we're to a point where I think everybody's been waiting for the door prizes.
Curtis,
Huh?
Curtis, a quick jump in here. eBay is not the end-all answer. So to your last comment, there are so many internet-based methodologies that are reliable. eBay isn't necessarily at the top of that list. Just
You're
throwing that out
probably
there.
right, but the things that I buy are, I mean, I don't do a lot of merchandising on eBay. I buy a lot of used stuff, a lot of equipment and stuff for my company and things. So and some of these purchases are quite large.
Understood. I spend 90% of my internet money these days out on Amazon, etc. And eBay's the lowest of that level. Just because there's something about eBay that is too generic
it's a completely different product stream.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So we're better off.
The things that
we're better off dealing with our own product at our own level.
Yeah.
eBay is not the answer.
Yeah, well, eBay is a lot of stuff I buy on eBay. Like I say, is used equipment, and some of it gets to be quite expensive. Well, anyway, let's go on to what everybody's been waiting for. It looks like we have 36 participants still online. Spencer, do you get this, or does Alicia get this one?
I'm gonna do this. Hang on one second.
Okay.
Let me.
Do you want me to call out which ones we're selecting for? Or
Yeah. Why don't you call out these? Yeah. Why don't you call out which ones we're going to select for the first drawing?
Okay, so for the first drawing, we're going to do an Amazon gift card for $25.
Wow.
And
Okay.
but the only caveat is you're required to use smiles when you cash in.
All right. So I'm sharing. So I'm sharing a screen right now on a spreadsheet, which has 37 entries in it. So those are the people who signed up for it. So I'm going to take this list of names and I'm going to copy it into another sheet where I've got a random row picker. So I'm going to drop the names in here. It's going to pick one at random. Oops. Hang on just a second. Okay. Now, of course, this is one of those things where we've never. Okay, so that's the first winner.
That's awesome.
There we go.
All right.
He was the first. One, he was the first one
Manuel
on the
got
list,
it
too.
after figuring it out. That's
38.
awesome.
Well, 38's the first one. Okay. Let's,
No, well, there are 38 people who registered. That's what that represents. So I'm going to remove Manuel from the list now. Okay. Next one, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, what did I
Hey,
win,
let Alicia
Alicia?
announce what John wins.
What did he win, Alicia?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That sounds so conflicting right now. I was going to say the next Amazon gift card. Let's get the gift cards out. So, yeah, he gets an Amazon gift card.
Okay.
Right.
What's the next one?
The next one is the website prize. You get to pick one item from the website to get delivered to wherever you'd like.
That's and that's from the manual, the printful thing on our new website, so you can get one of our new products, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so here's the next
And
one.
how you will do that is you will find the product that you like and let Alicia, are you going to buy these? How are we going to do this?
I think Spencer's buying them because he has access to it. I mean, I can do it if
How did
you'd
we
like.
decide
But
that we were going to, because we need to pay.
Why? Every time we turn around, it's always Spencer. That he has to do so much.
Spencer's the hardest working guy in our club.
It's
Yeah,
like, holy
absolutely.
crap, really? Give Spencer a day off.
I will take care of it. Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
Liar.
Okay, so here's the next one.
Hey, new member.
Ryan.
And who's it? What? This is for the free product off
Right.
our page,
Yeah. Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah. So Kenji, please go onto the website, to the website store, and select any item you like off of it and send an email. I'll contact you by email and you can respond back to me with what item you'd like. And I'll have it arranged to send to wherever you
Be
want
sure
it
to
to be
include
sent
the
to.
size and the color of whatever the choices are, but we'll order that for you. Cool.
Okay,
Awesome. Thanks.
last one.
Hey,
Mike.
Mike.
So what did Mike win? This is another.
This is another
No,
website
turn it.
prize. So
Wow,
Mike,
fabulous prizes.
I'm gonna send you an email and you're gonna respond with what you'd like from the website along with an address for where you want me to send it to.
So, Mike, I recommend you go for the Tesla because that's really.
There is a budget.
There's a budget. I'm not
Okay,
sure it's going to fit the
Costs a
budget.
lot to charge.
One item.
There's one option here as well, because I have a bunch of the items. So if you were to pick the backpack or the tote bag or certain cups, I already have those and the club has already paid for those. So you and I could meet somewhere and I could give you that.
Sure.
So that if you pick one of the things that I already have, then we don't have to buy another one.
Sure.
Okay.
So Alicia, when you
Mike.
reach out to the prize winners, keep Daryl in the loop right from the beginning because we may have a way to get it to them without having to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, thank you. I think that I was kind of anxious to admit that this might not go well, but because everything,
When has a computer-based demonstration ever gone wrong, Spencer?
Yeah. Well,
we tested it first before we ran it at the general meeting, so it went well, Spencer.
Yeah,
thank you for your help.
And Alicia, thank you for reinstating our giveaway program. spread it out to the club members what they missed out tonight. Maybe we'll have even more people join at our next general meeting.
Okay, and just for an FYI, we had 42 people online at once. That was a peak.
That's great.
That was pretty good.
What, did we lose a bunch of them and now we're less than 40?
Yeah, we're at 36 now.
Sorry, had to do that.
Well, probably 6 had to go use the restroom.
No, that's when at least you start talking about a beach towel.
I'd like to say that it's nice to see people that I've never really seen before that are in the club, because I don't know why we never crossed paths. We're at a star party, but for all those people, like, I don't think I've ever met Andy Gross. Hi, Andy, how are you? Or Thomas Hendricks, or these other people I don't recognize at all. It's pretty cool. It's nice to see members I've never seen.
It's an advantage to have names and faces together.
Annie, you're muted, Annie.
Annie, you're muted. Annie, you're muted. Your bottom of your left screen, you're muted. Annie, you're muted.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I already spoke with you there many times.
At star parties? Why am I not recognizing you?
That's how the French accent. Come on.
Yeah.
You and I recognize her.
Well, I didn't hear her before.
You know what?
You are the one with the solar telescope.
That's right. I'm the one with the solar telescope. Very good.
Bye, Elizabeth.
I'm going to throw something in here as well. We used to have Griffith, and we would just randomly get to meet each other and all that. And since then, it's been very strange. And this is actually not a horrible replacement for that.
Well,
I agree. And it also, the other thing that we've talked about is that members who would normally come to a meeting at Griffith, who have a hard time getting there or they're far away, they don't have to go anywhere. It's comfortable for traveling or not traveling.
I think we clarified in the new bylaws discussion that if you zoom into a general meeting from your house, you are allowed to drink in that occasion. That's
oh God.
It might be a good idea. It might be a good idea to I'm sorry. It might be a good idea to when we have the meetings back at the planetarium again, that we can add the Zoom to that as well and do both.
Yeah, the board has talked about that, and we'd love some feedback because we've considered it, but we haven't made a final decision yet. And we have a new board coming in, so that's the kind of thing for our meetings next year that I'd really like to think about.
Well, one observation is that the people who generally go to the meeting at Griffith in person are probably not. There are very few of them on this Zoom call at all. You know, a lot of the quote the usual suspects, usual characters who show up at Griffith are not on this call. So that may be because they don't have they may not have the technology to connect up or something like that. But I've noticed that this has been a difference between the populations.
Yeah, we've done 2 speakers at our general meeting, Spencer, and I thought both of those were great. I was able to make coffee and sit and listen to an astronomy lecture with the club, and I really like getting together at Griffith too. So I think we should talk about how that might work and what are the possibilities.
Okay, so this is a plug. This is a plug for our speaker for the next month. It's one of our members, Tim Thompson. Are you still on, Tim?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can sort of give us a little preview, or actually give us a little sketch on what she's like.
Well, she told me what she was going to talk about, and I confess that I forgot. But
It's okay.
Josie Eisenstein is now a high school senior. It's a private school in West LA. I'm trying to Harvard Westlake, I think.
Harvard Westlake.
Yeah, but she's already, for the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years ago, she worked on a satellite, a balloon project that launched from Antarctica. ultraviolet astronomy, as I recall. So she's already worked on several like NASA projects and things like that, and she's really an ambitious and interesting young lady. And she's going to present some of her work on her latest project. And I confess I can't remember what it was, and I didn't look it up before the meeting. So
Well, I put you on the spot too.
yeah, but she's a really interesting kid. I think you'll like her.
And if we weren't doing these by Zoom, she wouldn't be able to join us because she would because it's on a school night.
Yeah.
Wait, what is today?
Monday.
Oh, you're right. School night.
Yeah, Happy New Week.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I'm
one
not
comment. One comment from this old toad out here in Colorado. I'd really like to see these meetings continue by some method so that those of us that don't want to make a 2,000-mile trip can still show up.
Come on, Jack, you can come on over.
You tell him.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what the board was we talked about this and no decision has been made. So input on this is a good idea, but like some kind of combination where you can either turn up live or watch from a remote viewing, how to participate, maybe not so much, but at least maybe live view the general meeting. I think that's pretty doable, but there are a lot of technologies and a lot of possibilities. And, we want people to participate in our general meetings as much as possible, whether it be in person or if you're far away and can't get to Griffith, maybe some kind of live stream or something.
A hybrid would be really a good idea.
Griffith certainly has that capability because they live stream their own meetings from there all the time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
No particular reason why but I don't know how interactive that is. It's probably you just sit there and watch, because when they do that, usually they have an audience that they interact with, and then they just stream it to something else where the audience doesn't interact.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, I think that's one thing we wanted to try to do this year is we wanted to try to have some of our speakers appear online, and we project them to the screen in the observatory in the auditorium screen there. And I was talking to Evan, and Evan said, yes, we would be able to do that. But you're right, Tim, I don't know if we'd be able to have an interactive meeting from Griffith or not. But we could probably stream the meeting itself from Griffith Park. Well, anyway, it's getting to be after 10 o'clock, and Jack, why can't you just have Scotty beam you over?
Yeah, that's just it. The Heisenberg uncertainty principle had something to do with that. My nose may end up on the wrong side of my face. But anyway, out here, we have been, oh gosh, I don't know, for the past several years, have been recording all of our meetings. So our general meetings, they show up on YouTube. If anybody wants to see what we're doing out here, they're on YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we'll be starting that next year. I don't think it's any problem. At least one thing about the COVID, it has given us an opportunity to see what capabilities we can do online. And I think that would be a good idea to be able to record them at least, and maybe be able to stream them online. But the one thing we have to watch for is if we stream everything online, we may get to the point where we have one or two members show up in Griffith Park for the meeting. And I would rather not have that. I would rather have a decent crowd in the auditorium there. So, okay, if we don't have, I would like to adjourn the meeting here pretty quick because it is after 10 o'clock.
Right.
And Jack, I know you're in Colorado. You're as well past your bedtime, so.
Yeah, never sleeps.
One last thing, Curtis. I have an idea how to do safe outreaches. So if you want to contact me or somebody who's interested in knowing how to do that, I have a great idea that will keep social distancing, and we shouldn't have any problems at all. So. Okay.
Well, see, yeah, I'll talk to you about that later. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Okay. I think.
At the end of the meeting here, we could just stop the recording at the end of the meeting. It doesn't necessarily mean everyone has to leave.
And Daryl, thank you again for everything.
Yeah.
So
I'll go
okay.
ahead and adjourn the meeting, and Tim, I will need to talk to you. I'll probably give you a call tomorrow. I need to talk to you a couple things on I think I'll need to talk to you, Tim, about a couple things, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go ahead and adjourn the meeting.
I second it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, looks like we had a decent meeting. Thanks a million, Daryl, for the website.
Thank you, Dale.
All right. Okay.
Everyone stay safe.
Okay. I'm going to stop the live stream. You guys can hang around and chat for a few more minutes if you want.
Oh, goody.